Hey again, everybody. Alright, so let's write down what I'm working on now. Hey, Banana. Hey, yo. So, by the way, for anyone watching the VOD later, I had to go for an appointment and it kind of bisected the day. So, I waited until like after I got done with lunch and I just finished. So, it is now 1 o'clock or so. And we should be streaming for the next 4 hours. So, Adam is working on getting sound/music to feel right in Botland. Part of this involves normalizing the audio files so that they're not too loud to begin with. After that, he's going to, let's see, he's going to make sure music tracks can fade in rather than replaying abruptly. Well, rather than restarting abruptly. There. So that is our command for today. The part where we left off earlier was converting to WebM files, and it only had to do with this, that we have this path to temp. Wait a second, why are these all modified? What happened here? Convert MP3 to WebM. This changed, but why? This line is exactly the same as this line. Path to MP3 file. Yeah, I gotta figure this part out. Hey, Freak Technic. Yeah, and I should be back for another 4 hours. So, it'll be a normal rest of the day. Well, let's run this with just the single file that I had from earlier. Yeah, because I think this is what's failing. Unexpected exit code from process ffmpeg. No such file or directory. Yeah. music/game.mp3. So what we need to do is convert it from temp/game/game to temp/game/webm. And this process just does something wrong. Zip. Path to MP3 file. Why would I do this? It sounds like the path should just be... Okay, how does this work? Let's just print out path to file. That path to file is here. So we want to take... Wait, that's a WAV file. Why would that be there? Output folder. I gotta think about this. With music, I just passed an output location and it worked okay. And I converted it directly inside this folder. So what if I did that and I put this here? No, it's got to be the WAV file. Yeah. It's got to be the WAV file, and I just convert this. I get the MP3 version of this. Hey, Ingber, and thanks. So this is all it needs to change? File name only. So instead of this, we'll just get the base name. Dir name, base name. I guess it's this, directory of file. Output path, but shouldn't that also be the input path? Let's try this, see what happens. So this ends up with a WebM file. Is this correct? Yeah, okay. Sorry if that was loud. I didn't expect that to start playing in VLC. I don't know why. Well, that should be that then. I think we're pretty much done, right? Now we just need to move files out of here. So let's try running everything all at once. Return process all music, process all sounds. We get rid of this and we get rid of this. There. Now let's take a look. Turning audio into WebM. Yeah, MP3 and WebM so that I can play it on all the different browsers. So this should run this for everything. Oh, come on. What, does process all sounds not return? It doesn't. And all those, the args printing out, for example, this should go away. Path to file. What codec do I use? So I'm taking this from Howler.js, this information. Let me show you where I read this. Format recommendations. Yeah, this is what I said. This is what I have here. So it says your best bet is to default to WebM and fall back to MP3. WebM has nearly full browser coverage with a great combination of compression and quality. So that's why I export here. Okay, we want to get rid of some of these console.logs. Those are all fine. This is, yeah, that's fine, I guess. So when it's trying to process a sound file, it doesn't really need to say anything, does it? Let's try this. Darn it, no, we gotta get rid of this. I've got to delete this whole folder. Let's just delete the temp folder altogether. This won't work until I close Audacity. There it goes. Yeah. Let's make sure we got everything here. Should be nearly done. It's got 3 more tracks to do. Nice. Okay. Well, let's take a look now. So what we should have is a game.wave, game.mp3, game.webm, game.json in here. Yes, yes, yes. Same thing over, well, I pointed at the wrong thing, but it was right there. Then same thing over here, UI, JSON, MP3, and WebM, good. And then in music, we have those for everything. Yeah, good. Now we need to copy those into a different folder. Hey, Be the Sorcerer. So this is not bad at all. Things are actually working. That is definitely great. Let's get rid of that and that. And then we just need to have an output directory. It's Ogvorbis and WebM? Okay. Yeah, I don't know about this stuff. So when we set up directories, we need to make sure that this exists too. And then how do I do this? Thanks, EJ. And hey. I want to copy. How do I want this to look at the end? I want just the final files here. I guess it all depends on where I put them on my hard drive. So we could just copy them all to output and I could figure that out later. Let's take a look. Yeah, they all go into the same folder. And same thing over here. So we'll just dump them all. Oh, I see, Freak Technique. Gotcha. So we need output to exist, and then we need to copy everything at the end. I feel like that should be part of the processing step. So process all sounds in folder. Dot then. How do you copy a file with Node.js? Fastest way to copy a file? Let's just take a look at file system. Copy file, yeah. Is there copy file sync? Yep, source and dest. Sounds fine. I don't know why they wrote some wrapper around this, I guess with a synchronous function. Doesn't seem like they're using copy file in here. Is this something that was added? Oh yeah, it was added. Okay, and I don't have this version, so I can't use that. Where is the return variable sent to, if that makes sense? So promises are asynchronous code that I happen to be controlling like this. What happens is, let's say you have a function. Let me give you just a really simple example here. Function, promise function, and we'll say return promise.resolve 5. Now, the way we would use this, so basically ignore all of that, we would say something like this: promise function dot then return value console.log return value prints 5. Well, prints 5 without this. Yeah. Use fs extra. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing for me to go get another dependency. So I'm guessing this has copy. Yeah, it has copy and copy sync. Copy sync is source and dest. Okay, let's try that out. So what is the name of the library here? FS Extra. For to make it clear that you're using it? Yeah, I do want to make it clear. So at the end of process sound in folder, what we want to do is fs extra dot copy. What's it called again? Whoa, 3 months. Man, I'm always surprised because I feel like I just started talking to you like 2 weeks ago or something like that, Kit. But yeah, welcome back. 3-month resub. Thank you. And yeah, 8 days until beta. The pressure is on. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be working on audio stuff for the next probably like hour and a half. And we will get to the point where I'm actually trying to mix this music today, I think. I feel like it's an important thing to do. People hear this music probably a lot in the game, but we're not there yet. So it was just called copy sync. And what we want to copy is, we need to move the JSON file, MP3, and WebM. And that's it. Yeah. So let's see here. We have the temporary wave file. Yeah. Whoa. Thanks for the bits, Kit. Yeah, Kit, I dropped into your stream yesterday and I tried typing something and I don't know what happened, but I wasn't logged into Twitch, so my message never got sent. And by the time I realized that I wasn't logged in and then finally logged in, because I have 2-factor auth, the message was no longer relevant. And I'm like, I guess I just shouldn't say anything. Or for all I know, maybe it went through in the end anyway. I don't remember. Yeah, Kit, just re-cheer in 8 days. I'll take your money. But yeah, you hit a new record last night. Yeah, I don't think it got sent then. I didn't know if after I logged in if it would send, but yeah, something happened. So we want this. I should just make something that copies all of these things. So return copy JSON, WebM, and MP3. And we'll pass in the file. We'll pass in, I don't know, the wave file maybe? Or just the location of that? Not sure how I want to do this. But it's gotta be at least this. So path to file without extension. And then we do copy sync. So this will go to the output directory. So our source is going to be this. So const paths to copy. Hey, Arc. We want, or I guess we should just say extensions to copy. Our extensions to copy are going to be JSON, WebM, and MP3, which is what I had written there. And then for each of those extensions to copy, whoops, we are going to make path to file with extension, and that is simply the path without the extension plus our extension. And then we just copy that. So we copy path with extension to the output directory. And we do want to overwrite if possible. So how do you do that? Options, overwrite. Default is true. Okay, good. And that's it. So that'll work for sounds, but that won't work for music just yet. After we have, yeah, it's in process music that we have to do this. What we need to do is specify the path to the file, but without the extension. Path to file. I wonder if there's a way to do, where did fs extra go? Here it is. Yeah, I wonder if there's, no, these are all the methods. That's not what I want. Okay, fine. Well, we can just write our own. So this would be path to file without extension. First, make sure this has no extension. So this will just be path to file, I guess. So that we can append our own. Hey, Canap. All right, so if, and I did this somewhere, ext name, this right here. Get file path without extension, path to file. So that's where this would come in. So it's this, and if that's not empty, get a regex. Wait, no, wrong. That's how it goes. Yeah, and then return that no matter what. Doesn't path have a built-in to pop the extension? I don't think I saw it. It has a way to get the extension. Oh wait, yeah, base name. But you have to specify what the extension is. Yeah, that's a good idea though. Yeah. I should do that. That's a better way of doing this than a regex. So const ext of file, we still get that, and then we get const. Oh, but the base name. No, this just returns the file. We'd still need to get the directory name, although it's still probably a better way to do this than what I'm doing. So I think this would work. We should maybe keep it. But then we say file name only equals path.basename, path to file, ext of file. And then we get the directory of that. The ext is optional. I'll use the ext name by default. No, so what I'm looking to do is, I'll just show this. I'll type this directly in the chat. I want to turn something like that into this. That might have had weird formatting in Twitch or better Twitch TV. But yeah, I want to get everything but the extension. And there is a way to do that. But maybe I should just do it this way in the end. I don't know. Probably fine. Because I didn't get the directory name and I add just the file name to this. Yeah, I could just do a substring. This would be like the proper way to do it, I guess. Dir name, we say path to file, and then we return path.join directory and the file name only. Like here's, I think, the proper way to do it, and here's the old way I was doing it. You can't just say base name though, right? Because if you say base name, you're going to get quux.html. So you also need to pass in the ext name. And at that point, I mean, you're pretty close. You just have to do this. There. And then that would be correct. Which is what I did in the end. I get the ext name, I get the base name, I get the dir name, and I join them. So not too bad. Yeah, I don't like doing things with that, like just using substring or period or something, and that's why I want to get rid of this regex too. So that should be good. Give file name without extension. So mp3 output location equals this. Path.parse gives everything. Oh, I didn't realize. Huh. Wow. Well, I guess I could have done that then. Hey, Slim Shady. I'm doing well. How you doing? Use promises instead of sync. I already had this set up to use promises. I could just do it. I'm just... Yeah, the problem with this is that those extensions that I have, I need to collect up all the promises. I guess it's not that bad. We could just do something like this. Const promises equals map copy return promise dot all promises. I know about promise dot all, I know, but I still need to type this out. I just didn't want to do that, I guess. So this function, get without extension, given a path like this path to file.html, this will return path to file. Pay to chat. Okay, let's try it out. Let's try cutting out. Let's just do it from scratch. No, I don't really want to though. I'm so torn. Okay, then we'll cut out all the rest of this. So this won't be done, this won't be done, and this won't be done. And we'll just say return promise.resolve. And then we need to do the same thing the next place we do this. So over here. So now we cut out this, this, and this. Yeah. And now we try running it. Here goes nothing. It failed immediately. Unlink. I'm trying to unlink. Sounds/output. That should be correct. Yeah, there it is. What? Where's it even coming from? But it shouldn't be trying to unlink anything. I don't know what that's going on about. Let's write a console.log copying path to file to path to output. Is that failing? Is this all correct? Yes. Yes. And yet none of these end up there? No, they don't. I don't know where this unlink is coming from. We still need to figure that out. Here, I guess we could just put a dot catch here. Actually, no, before we even do that, let's just not even return this. Let's return promise.resolve and just see if that's where this is coming from. Yeah, okay, it is, definitely. So now I need to figure out why this is failing. This wasn't really any better, was it? No such file or directory. Input mute. Wait, input. Hey, DeFreaky. Yeah, maybe I just am not understanding this correctly. I'm using copy. What is this thing about unlinking? I'm in the wrong. Let's just look through their issues. Someone else probably complained about this, even though it's probably my fault. It doesn't stop me from being able to find it here. Closing for lack of action. The full output path for copy. Oh, really? Huh. Yeah, you're probably correct then. See issue 323. I wonder why. Well, thanks for telling me about that, Freak Technic. Oh, that's too bad. So I gotta do this myself. Full output path equals path.join this with just the base name, file name and extension equals path.base name, path to file with extension. Can't specify a directory to fsextras copy command if the source is a file. Hey again, Endurin, how'd the stream go? So we put this in the full output path, and now we tried that and everything should work? Oh boy. No such file or directory, input music builder. It shouldn't be input. It should be temp. Well, this seems like a minor issue. We could probably fix it by looking for this. Right there, path to file. No, it's gotta be the temp output location. There we go, that should fix it. Problem solved. Okay, so now do we have everything? We look at output, we have builder.exe, so 2 music tracks, 3, 4, 5, and then game and UI. Yeah, that's everything. Now let's open these up in Audacity and make sure that they are normalized. So we're going to take the MP3 files of all of these and just drag them over to here. Then let's maximize this. Yeah, they're looking good. So what I'm looking for here for anyone who's kind of new to this part of the stream is just that these aren't peaking at a very loud volume. So they've been normalized so that their loudness is about 0.5 on here at most. Hey, Tactile Dactyl. I do not drink coffee. I do work out. I keep my energy level up by sleeping. I was just going to mention that your head moderator fixed it, but I just realized I'm not even a mod in there. You're not a mod in Endurance stream. Let's check something really fast. All right, you ready for this? Oh, I'm not a moderator either. Oh no. My worst fear. Okay, so now we gotta get rid of all of these placeholders that we have here. Anti-meditate. Yeah, so this, I feel like there's a lot of code that I wrote very quickly and I didn't comment a whole lot of it. So this we'll just get rid of. I'll just put this here. Unfollowing, I know. God. I want to go a step further than that. Let's complain to Twitch and get Endurin banned. I'm missing something. I changed some other thing and I don't remember where it was. promc.resolve. There it is. Yeah. And then this one too, process sound. Okay, so the way we can test this out is just have it do it all from scratch. So we delete temp and we delete output. That never seems to work for me. Is it because this is open? There we go. I don't know if that was it. And then we just rerun this thing and it might take a while. But it would hopefully work. I did, Banana. Yeah, Tactile Dactyl, I know that you can do it in Audacity, but I wanted to do all this through the command line, and it doesn't look like you can script Audacity except for through UI automation, which I don't want to do. So I'm using FFmpeg directly in doing all of this stuff. It certainly was fun spending the how many hours this took me. You know why? Hey, Seb, you know why a lot of this took me so much time? One of the things that I had messed up, this is what I started to do on Friday, and then I just eventually had gotten so frustrated. It had been 2 hours of me just fumbling around doing nothing. One of the problems I ran into is that when you call process.spawn with audio sprite, the issue is I don't have audiosprite.exe on my computer. I have audiosprite.cmd. So it didn't find an executable and then couldn't run it. But I'm like, wait a second, it's working from the command line though. I can do this. Why isn't it working from Node? And the reason why is because it's audiosprite.cmd that's implicitly specified on the command line. Hey, Turo. Well. I think we're finally done with all this. So now I'm going to put it in the game, and we're going to make sure that everything is normalized. So it's time to become Headphones Adam, the evil brother of regular Adam. So we're going to put all this stuff in here somewhere. Then I got to update my notes at the end of all of this. And Jordan, can you unmod us both and then add me first? That way I'm the head moderator. Hey, Mitch. Because this means that I'm the second in charge, right? I don't know about being second in charge. Publicly shaming Endurn works. This is very useful knowledge. Okay, so we need this, and this one. And we copy paste these over to here. Good. Except for I forgot 2 of them. 1 and 2. There we go. Then we put the JSON files over here. There. Hey, Hobbite. No politics, please. Wait, were there actually politics, or were we just talking about mod politics? Alright. We're going to test this in the game. Hey, Snent. What headphones are those? I don't know if they're in my specs. If not, I'll try to add them. No, I don't see them there. Yeah. I don't know what these are, though. They're just some Sennheiser headphones. I wonder if I can just find them by searching Sennheiser headphones. Let me do this off screen for a second. Oh, wait, they're these. The page isn't working. Come on, seriously? Alright, I'm not going to spend the time to try to find this. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, there's some Sennheiser headphones. The problem is there's some padding that's supposed to be here, and it's not there. So what I typically do is I have a piece of insulation, and I put this insulation right here. And that way, my head doesn't hurt. Perfect. Okay, so let's try this out. We're going to set all of these to the same volume. And they should be pretty good relative to each other. Okay. Can you guys hear this okay? I don't hear any sounds there. What's going on? Oh no, where are the sounds? This is pretty great, EJ. What's going on? Where are the UI sounds even there? No, they're not. Oh, I messed everything up. Okay, let's mute that for a second. How could I have broken this? Maybe these are muted? Game.webm? Oh, no, that's definitely not muted. Okay, so that's fine. What about game.mp3? That's fine. UI.mp3? Yeah. Yeah, all these sound okay. Can you pull anybody's sound levels for metrics later on? No. That's an interesting idea, but no, this is all client side. I don't think it's worth it to send these to the server. Because you may want different preferences on different devices and yeah, barcode, definitely. In fact, the alpha is open. The alpha is online right now if you want to play it. The alpha is not going to be too different from the beta. I actually don't suggest playing right now because in like 6 or 7 days, I'm going to wipe out every single account. So whatever you do now is going to get deleted anyway. Okay, well, I got to find out why this isn't giving me any sounds for this. Are we downloading game.ym? Yes. UI. Yep, we are. Okay, so we've got both of them. We just can't play things? What's going on? Let's turn off music for a second. Interface sounds just aren't working. Hey, Nara. That's weird. Yeah, the face reveal is going to be in 8 days too. And the voice reveal. You guys will finally know what I sound like. Debug main.soundmanager.play sound. No, it's Tuesday. Tuesday is the beta. Tuesday, November 7th. I think the title of my stream right now should be the countdown, right? Yeah. Beta countdown 8 days. Yeah. Yep, you'll finally know what I look like. Sound constants. So we want to just try playing UI confirm, and that's it. So play sound ID UI confirm. I don't hear anything. This isn't good. But how could I have broken this? Oh, maybe it never got copy pasted. Maybe this thing failed. No. Uh-oh. Hey, Pro Sam. It wasn't a doctor's appointment. It was just an appointment whose nature I won't be sharing. But it was good. Why don't we hear sounds? Did I mute this? No, the music's playing. There's a joke, yes. The joke is that he photoshopped it to get 3 hands in the picture to imply that I have more than 2 hands, and that's why I can type quickly. Count the hands. Okay. I didn't know. If you didn't understand why there were 3 hands, you didn't see the 3 hands. That's pretty funny. That's up there with Pro Sam and the April Fool's stuff. Yeah, so I don't have interface sounds. I don't have arena sounds. That is not good. Oh, something just tried to play. It just like flipped out on me right afterward too. Do we have any sort of shoot laser? Let's try that. No, this isn't working. Hey, Soul Sorcerers. Welcome back. He photoshopped it, yeah. Oh, is that what happened? Oh, I thought he photoshopped it. I mean, it was Y LeVay who did it, so we could try to find out by just talking to him at some point. Okay, I still don't see any errors. I can't play the sound manually. I guess we should try to track this. Did I write a reason for this? Yeah, thanks, Banana. Yeah, those are all the reasons why I'm not using it anymore. Okay, let's put a breakpoint in the sound manager and try to figure out why this isn't working. Play sound here. So I'm going to call this with the UI sound. And what's happening? Maybe it's this that's failing? But that would mean I just broke something. This was working just like 10 or 20 minutes ago. Yeah, there's Ness. Guess we'll try that again. Is this getting the wrong volume, maybe? 0.3. Out of curiosity, why is it 0.3? Because this is something relatively low. 41 times 73. Yeah, that's 0.3. Okay. Hey again, Timon. So it's got the right volume. It's getting played. We have a sound for it. What else could I be missing here? We get a howl out of it as well. Maybe it's not loud enough. Maybe that's the only problem. Let's just crank this up. No, I don't hear anything. What am I missing? The error that I have is some React error from something totally unrelated. Yeah, there's no speaker. Yeah. If I say play music, well, first I need the music volume turned up. But I could play different music, right? If I say... Yeah. I can definitely play different music. Did it set the volume to 0? No, I can play the sounds directly from this folder. If I open up game.mp3 or something like that, like you can hear these. Oh, maybe the JSON file didn't get copied correctly and it's trying to play bad sprites. That could be it. Oh man, this would be... Well, let's go take a look. Yeah, this is broken. Oh darn it. Oh man. Oh, this sucks. No, I don't. I never made it so I could play two songs at the same time because I don't need to do that. Yeah, these sprites are wrong. So I gotta fix that bug. Also update OneNote. Reflect the new process there. Oh, wow, TurboTape. Yeah, so bug. The sound JSON files aren't being produced correctly. How was I supposed to do this? I wonder if they're correct in a different directory. So if I go into temp, is game.json correct here? No, it's not. Uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh. Okay, so desktop, Dell, music, backup. The way it should look is like this. It's not doing that for some reason. Okay, let's go take a look. How did I used to do this before? Oh, I see. Okay, I know what I did wrong. We need to do this as soon as we've copied the WAV files over. Process sounds. This. Combine WAV sprites into single file. That should be correct though. Wait a second. Well, okay. Let's just try this manually. I'm gonna copy 3 of these, and we're just gonna put it in some random folder. Testeroni. Okay, I got my files there. Now let's switch into that directory and try running this command. So audio sprite -o /testeroni and then -f howler -e wave and then /star.wave. This should work. What is this? Why do these have quotes around them? Oh, that's how ls prints things out. But we got testeroni.json now, and that's correct. What? Hey, Mike. What could I be doing wrong then? Oh, unless... No, all these promises have to finish first. Craft a temp output. Combining waves. What did it say when I did this up here? Combining waves from temp/UI to temp UI. And then combine from game to temp game. Oh man, I don't understand how that could go wrong. Maybe because temp contained an MP3 file, but I tried this from scratch. Okay, let's try it with just the UI folder. Let's make sure to do that correctly. And let's not process music at all. It's kind of new. Interesting. Yeah, I was just a little confused, but then I realized I used ls and not dir. So this will process, yeah, we'll just keep testing this. So I'll delete both of these folders and we'll rerun this command. This will reproduce the JSON file, and if it's correct, then I don't know what that means exactly. No, it's not correct though. What? Hey, Gwynerath. Yeah, what? Combining waves, did I mess something up? Is it this? Out of curiosity, if I do a dir on this /star.wave, yeah, we have a bunch of them. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Okay, and then same thing. What if we try running this on the command line? Except for that's not the right directory. If we try running that sounds temp UI. That works. I'm running exactly the same command. Right? O-F, how? Yeah, something's got to be different. I'm not sure what, but yeah, something's got to be different. Okay, then let's see. Yeah, let's just print out all the arguments. Oops. So there are the arguments. Combining waves. What's going on here? Maybe it is the backslashes. Especially because there's a / there. Maybe we do path.join. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, Skull, I just did that. I'm going to see if this works. Path.join, input folder. Can I even do this? Star.wave? What happens if I do that? Path.join, ABC, star.wave. Yeah, that looks fine. Hey again, Imperi. So if I paste that here, does that just fix everything? Did it fix everything? No, still nothing yet. Hey again, Nuffly. We could try /. I could just replace all these. So dot replace / with // and just see if that works. That argument might still be wrong. We might need // on that too, although heck if I know. No, I don't think they did anything. Plus, I could have just run this on the command line and checked that. Right, this is still not correct. Oh, it actually worked. Oh, you do need forward slashes. Wow, good job at enduring. Why? Oh, man. Luckily, I can't take a look at that right now, but yeah, maybe someone else can help. Wow, so it needs forward slashes for everything. Who knew? I mean, other than Endurin. Who knew other than him? Uh-oh, I can't click Sublime now. What's going on? What? Why is this happening? Hey, Tim. I guess I close out of this and just reopen it? I've never seen that before. I still can't click it. What? Is this my mouse messing up? Okay, something. Oh. Started working again. Yeah, usually pressing the Windows key fixes those sorts of things, but that was strange. Anyway, we can get rid of this args here and this audio sprite requires paths with forward slashes here. Hey, motor. But I used audio sprite in another spot. Why does that not work? Like this all seemed to be fine. I don't know. Hey, not for betting. We'll just rerun this whole thing. So I'll get rid of the temp in the output folders, which I can't do because it's open somewhere. Let's just close out all that. Try again. Oh, come on. Where is it open? Here? Ah, got it. Okay. Yeah, now we rerun this whole process, but this time we got to go do this, and then try it. And we'll give that some time. And then I'll go over here. By the way, we should add this to troubleshooting somewhere. Troubleshooting. If you can't hear sounds in botland, but the files are downloading correctly, then it likely means that the sprite information is wrong, meaning the JSON files couldn't be produced correctly. When this happened last, it was because I wasn't specifying paths with forward slashes like I should have been when I was calling into audio sprite. Well, this is now done. So we should be able to copy paste all of this to where it belongs. Let's sort by type. How do you do that? Group by type? What? Oh, business facts. Okay, good. Where's type in here? Seriously? Okay. I guess for music, you might want to sort by other things. I guess it makes sense. It's a little weird. So ideally, these files wouldn't have even changed. I guess they did. I don't know why, though. But now we should be able to hear them in the game. Uh-oh. We still can't hear them? What does this file contain? Still broken. Wait. Oh, I tested this, though. Oh, that's frustrating. That's really frustrating. I could have sworn I had fixed this, and apparently I didn't. Okay, let's try this again. These are the kinds of things. I feel like I've had to do something like this on every single project I've ever worked on, where there's just a bunch of, like, oh, time to look through every file and folder and do this and move them to some other folder and make sure your paths are all correct. So process all sounds. We get to this point, and then for some reason that wasn't working. Or maybe it's working and I'm just not copying it correctly. Does this produce the right file over here? I don't know what I just clicked. But we got to go to temp UI and look at this file. And yeah, this is wrong. I don't know why. Okay, let's try something else here. Let's get rid of this JSON file altogether. And then I'll rerun the command. And we should get that JSON file back. Good. And then this should not contain just a single sprite. So yeah, why is that happening? Star.wave. I had tested this. Combining waves from this folder into... Oh, this has backslashes still. Oh, input folder. No, that's fine. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's double check it again. So here are the arguments. If we run this manually, let's close out all these other things wherever I had this open. This is the only other thing I want. So audio sprite -o, we want this path, right? And then -f howler -e wave, and then this. So this apparently doesn't work the way I want it to. No, it does. I don't get it. No, I think those backslashes that you might have seen, I think those were fine. This command apparently should work. So now if I do... Yeah, this file looks correct. So I know that this command works when run manually. I gotta figure this out. That works just fine. For some reason, I can't get this to work from my program. How do you start that process? I should start it with a shell. Do I not? Args. Maybe. Wait, those aren't the args that I want. I want options. Yeah, we could specify shell true and see if that does anything for us. So I get rid of this and then I rerun this thing. No such file or directory. Stuff's failing now because I can't. Maybe I should only run this in one place. But star... Yeah, that could be the problem, Gwenerath, something like that. Where audio sprite... Well, let's go take a look at that command file. I don't think this does anything other than just route this to Node. Yeah. It takes all the arguments, routes it to Node. There's CLI.js. So if I go into Node modules, audio sprite, CLI.js, we get... Where is it? I don't see where this is. Oh, maybe it's just the input files. Yeah. Glob. Files.map get names. Maybe that's what's failing. Can I try printing this here? Stringify files. Alright, hey again, Gundogs. Let's try that out. Yeah, so here are all the files that matched, and when I run it from the node process, that apparently doesn't even print out. What? you pass it the env. I don't I don't know anything special to pass in the environment, but most child processes on Windows should get the parent's environment. This isn't even getting hit. I wonder if it doesn't know that the platform is Win32. Is it using a different shell? Process.platform. Did that even print out? I don't know what happened there. Oh, it's got to finish before it prints anything? Okay, then we gotta fix that. Print output true. There it goes. Process.platform. Oh, hey, there. It added all the files that time. Wait a second. Then why doesn't it get the right sprite information? It's taking this from the MP3 file. Maybe that's why. URLs. Hey, Quay. Yeah, so this part was working fine the whole time. Let me go remove my cruft from their file. Out of curiosity, what should this look like? I had this open somewhere. Music backup, output, game.json. The URL had game.wave. I think that was the issue. I'm pointing at the wrong file. I need to point at the wave file. I think that's it. So -o, so path to input waves. How is it finding an MP3 at that point though? Right, shouldn't this not exist? And then why wouldn't this happen regardless of how I run this? I don't understand. Hey, wonders of the unknown. Yeah, beta will be in 8 days. So done processing all the sound files, then combine them into a single file. It's just the JSON that says MP3. Yeah, but the JSON file shouldn't have MP3 in there at the end of this. I don't know why it does. And I don't know if that's the cause of this problem or what. I don't even know where it's getting that MP3 from, especially because I'm specifying when I do this on the command line, everything works just fine. Yeah, weird. Okay, let's try one other thing here. I don't know, just specify args like that. Something else I find strange is that this converting to WebM works fine, and then for some reason it just doesn't ever finish. And I don't know why that's happening. It doesn't even say copying. It just says converting to WebM and just stops. Seemingly stops. Maybe it's because something is in use somewhere. I don't know where it would be in use. Maybe, I don't know. Oops. I had to do things this way. How could it find all of these? Maybe it's not outputting in the right location. Yeah, let's try something else here. Oh, this is a shot in the dark, I guess. Where's that? Combine. Input folder, output folder, and name. What if we just specify this as something totally different? Can I debug it properly? Yeah, I can try that in a second. Let's specify this directory. And the output will just be called testeroni. I want to see if that works. Oh my god. It'd be nice if I could control this correctly. So we should get testeroni.json. And what does this have in it? That looks correct. So if we just specify a different name, this works fine. Yeah, I wonder if the problem has something to do with, yeah, it's actually using a wave file here. And it produced a wave file as well. Oh, is that the issue? So combine them all in one. Yeah, that directory doesn't need to exist though. It's not the name of a directory. As you can see by this, it's like UI testeroni didn't exist, but it creates a file. So that's just the name of the file. Then it puts its own extension of JSON on one and Wave on another. So for some reason, I can't have the same name as the folder, I guess, which does seem weird. But that does seem to be kind of the only problem here. So if I added even a single character to the end of this, like an underscore, then this would just work fine. So now I end up with UI underscore.json. Yeah, that is fine. Weird. I don't know if it's worth looking through their code to try to figure out what they're doing where that doesn't work, or if I am still somehow making a mistake. Is it because UI.wave already exists? I don't think so. If I delete these things, in fact, if I delete everything in this folder, open an FFmpeg, oh yeah, delete that. So let's get rid of this stuff and just try that again. So nothing exists already. And I also want audio sprite to not print its output, I guess. Actually, that's fine. Let's just keep it that way. So yeah, this creates temp and then does not make any files called UI.wave. And then it tries running this thing, and clearly it finds a bunch of sprites, and it says exported wave file okay, UI.wave, exported JSON file okay. And then it does everything else correctly. Right, so then what's in this file? Yeah, it's just wrong though. What am I missing? I do try to use that file again afterward, but given how this promise setup works, it should only do this. Like, this is asynchronous, but this can't possibly run before this runs, because we wait for this promise to resolve first. Okay, out of curiosity, let's try something really simple here. I'm just going to add in arbitrary delays and see if that does anything. I don't expect it'll have much impact. Like, does this file ever contain something that's correct? That's another thing I wonder about. Yes, it does. And then it gets set back to something else that's wrong. Weird. Yeah, wow. Oh, you know what's probably happening then? I bet another audio sprite command. Okay, I think I know what's happening. All right, never mind. I know what's going on. This is my poor usage of this program. This sucks. So yeah, here's what's going on. I eventually call into... Wait, this is the wrong function. Yeah, I call in to convert to MP3 with audio sprite. I think that's what's causing this to fail. Yeah. This also produces a JSON file, and I don't want that unless I'm doing music. That's the issue. Right. Yeah, that was the problem. Overwriting the file because I use audio sprite to convert to what? MP3? Which I don't even need to use, right? FFmpeg can probably do that. While also producing a JSON file. So I gotta update this. Yeah, I understand it now. That was pretty silly, but we can fix it pretty easily. The simplest way is something like this. We could say produce JSON file, and I'll just write something really fast here. So input files, this is a string, this is a string, this is a Boolean, if true will output a sprite file for this. The only way you'd ever want this to be true is if you have a single file, a single sprite in the file, which is currently the case for music. So when I call this with music, right here, I just pass in true. When I call it with anything else, I pass in false. Then I go make that argument mean something. So produce JSON file gets used. Right here we have args equals an array of -o and MP3 output location. Then if produce JSON file, we push -f and howler. And then regardless, we push -e, MP3, and input files. And then we just use args down here. It's a pretty good emote. Yeah. I think this will work. Let's try this out. Did that work correctly? Sprite map? What in the world is going on here? Is there a way to just not have it export something? Format of the output JSON file, default jukebox. Oh my god. So there's no way to not have a JSON file get outputted. So this is even worse than I thought. Path for files to be used on final JSON? I don't think that matters. Name for the out. Yeah, so we just need to specify a different name, I guess. That sucks. Or we temporarily, I don't know, move the JSON file over or copy it to the destination already and then wipe it out from temp. Maybe that's what we do. Skip it? What do you mean skip it? There actually is that other way that I could do things, which is ffmpeg convert to MP3. I could just use ffmpeg for this. Hey, Daneless, could you navigate it to another? Yeah, I could. Well, the path argument I think is for inside the JSON file. So the way that the JSON file works is it's got this path. I think you can specify a different path if you want to. So if you're producing a JSON file for, let's say, the web and you didn't want it to be a file system path. But I think this is another thing I can do is just convert using ffmpeg. Hey, Rosantic. And this would probably be super easy. Ooh, that doesn't look super easy. I have to set things like audio sampling frequency. And yeah. Hey, Fluffy Wheel. So I could just specify this and just specify my output as MP3. Is this thing you're making just an internal tool? Yeah, it is. Hey, Zach. Okay, well, let's try that then. So convert using audio sprite. What if we just got rid of all of this stuff? Well, not that stuff, but this, I guess. And we change the whole function to do return run process, process name, ffmpeg, args. Has to look like this. So -i, and the input is called, I guess, input files in this case. And then -f, MP3, and the output is MP3 output location. And that's that. Maybe that'll work. And then we need to rename that command, of course, but let's try this out now. So we delete all this stuff. We rerun this, and it fails. What did I do? Converting UI.mp3 to UI.wave, and that's fine. Converting UI.wave to UI, oh, that's the problem. This needs to have MP3 at the end. Can I just specify that? Nice, yeah, that works perfectly. Let's make sure that the MP3 actually sounds correct. So let me get this insulated headphone set on my head. So we end up with this MP3 file. Whoops, sorry, darn it, that might be too loud. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, seems fine. We can load that in Audacity too and make sure it's the normalized version of this. So we put this over here, and then we go take a look at, where is that folder? Music backup, output, UI.mp3. So this one should be louder. Yeah, it is. It's also, that's not good. This is here twice. Uh-oh. Oh, I know why. These folders need to be cleaned. It can't pull. Darn it. Yeah. Clean the temp/output folders first so that I don't get duplicated sprite information. Hey, Maui. Yeah, I think every single time I run this, it's gonna just keep outputting more sprites. So if I close this, hopefully this conversion process works. But I imagine this is gonna, let's try running this again. Or maybe it's just gonna, I don't know, it's not doing anything right now. Converting. MP3. So we get rid of this now. And we'll just clean those folders to begin with. Is there a way to do that using FS Extra? To just delete a folder? Empty dir. Ensures the directory is empty. It's incredibly dangerous. Make sure the temp and output folders are empty, or else we may end up with duplicated sprites. Well, with longer audio files than we need, since the final .wav will already exist. Let's see if something like that happens. So path to temp files, and then path to output files. And we run this, and it should complete no matter what. And this time, we should have an MP3 that only contains one copy of all of these. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. And what I wanted to compare them against is, yeah, that they're the normalized versions. Good, 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 good. We're almost there. Let's try the rest of this. So that whole convert to MP3 with audio sprite is going to get renamed to with FFmpeg. Then this produced JSON file will never be used. This will be gone. This stuff will be gone. This needs a semicolon. These don't need to pass in an argument anymore. The reason there are two major reasons that we convert with FFmpeg. One, hey, Morilandra. This is the second time you've been here, by the way. So I guess this is probably not interesting to you the first time. It's probably just better to use FFmpeg. Actually, I don't know if Audio Sprite's using that too. Yeah, so Amora Landra, I don't know if you remember this, but yeah, the last time you were here, I asked how to pronounce your name, and then I wrote it down. And that's how I remember you. Oh, it's all coming back to me. You, Adam, completely forgettable streamer. Let's see, Audio Sprite. I wonder if they use FFmpeg. I don't know how else they would. Oh, hey, yeah, they do. Nice. Nice. I thought it was a nice gesture. I see. Yeah, what I'm working on right now is getting audio normalized for the game. And hopefully afterward, this will sound good. So we're like 5 minutes away from testing out whether it sounds good. It's probably just... So yeah, one is that Audio Sprite just uses... Oh, I see, Amor Landra. Gotcha. Don't tell Adam anything. I'm not trying to call anybody out. The pronunciations thing is like every once in a while I had to look at that on stream. When am I porting what to a Twitch extension? The pronunciations thing? It's FFmpeg anyway, and 2 is Audio Sprite seems to... Actually, Audio Sprite is in charge of producing sprite files, which are JSON files. A problem I ran into originally is that I was producing the proper JSON file and then later overwriting it with a file that was created just as a result of converting to an MP3. Oh, Valand. Never. Okay, so this should be good. Convert with FFmpeg. We know this should end in MP3, so if it has an extension already, just get rid of it. And then I later add the extension again. So this shouldn't be done at all. Also, this was never even the right code. So we know it should end in MP3, so if the extension is empty, then we put this up here. Ensure that it ends in MP3. I'm going to be streaming in 1080p soon enough. Look at this. Sunday, which is yesterday, ordered a 1080p monitor. Yeah, actually, those TwitchCon icons allowed people to have 4 icons next to their name. I took a picture at one point. Hey, actually, does your truncate line plugin thing work on code as well, or is it just for comments? That's just for comments. For code, it needs to be aware of what boundaries it can split on. You could try running it on code. So let's say I copy pasted this somewhere else and then hit Alt Q and it does this, which as you can see obviously screws up because this comment ended up going into this line and that's not valid code at that point. All right, I think we're gonna be good. I think we can test this out. Yeah, so let's go put the music stuff back in and then try running this from scratch. We should end up with everything. Oh, I gotta cut that out. Print output, we'll set that to false for this. It failed. Robohustle.wave. Oh, come on. Where did it fail? What was it trying to do? Temp music robohustle, no such file or directory. This will never work. There's no music folder. Oh, whoops. Forgot to put this over there. Yeah, there we go. So, Amor Alondra, what do you do at Twitch? What do you work on? Don't you think you might hate that extra monitor width if you're programming? Yeah, we'll find out. If I hate it, I'm going to keep the old monitor. I don't know if I'm going to switch permanently, but I expect that I will. So if I don't like it, I guess I just have to get used to it. What's weird is right now I have the same size monitors that are right next to each other, so they kind of line up well enough. The new one's going to be 27 inches, and my old one is like 23 inches. Oh, which, by the way, I got to write this down. Update specs to include the new monitor and a link to it. Job is to help developers be successful building on Twitch. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yeah, I bet TwitchCon was pretty exciting then, huh? I don't know why this is taking so long. And this path doesn't even look correct. I hope it finishes pretty soon. Yeah, that's cool. Easy 8. And yeah, I'm making a game called Botland. Sorry, I missed your original question. Because what ends up happening here is that like half of my messages turn red. And then I just miss the ones where I'm not tagged. But yeah, making a game called Botland. It is online now if you want to play. The beta is going to be in 8 days. If you want to play, just go to play.bot.land. The FAQ talks about a bunch of other things here too. But I will warn you, I'm going to wipe out all the accounts in like 6 or 7 days in preparation for beta. Yeah, this is not working. And that sucks. And either way, this only got outputted as WAV files. That shouldn't have been done. Yeah, I messed that up. Oh, thanks, Easy8. Yeah, so convert to MP3 is bad right now. It's this. This needs to get rid of whatever extension was there and make sure the extension is... You know what? Yeah, let's just do it this way. MP3 output location equals remove... What's the thing about extension? Get file path without extension. Get rid of the existing extension and always add MP3. So we do this MP3 output location and then MP3 output location equal this thing. Yeah, we just put this up here. There. Now, good luck failing on me. We're gonna get it. Come on up. What? Everything's failing. No such file or directory. Oh, whoops. Oh, God. I made a huge mistake. And yeah, I did, Mike. I have the link in Discord. Hey, Feels. Oh, man. All right, we got to go change process music really fast. There's the whole combine. Hey, Indian. Input folder and output folder in name. This is what we have to use. And we can get rid of args here. I don't need that. Yeah, so I need this in process music. No, it's not that big. So convert to, so right here is where we put this. Path to temp output. Maybe we could just use this. And then sprites output folder and name. I don't have that. .40-inch 4K. Is that your computer? There are no ducks here. What's going on with my mouse? Man, everything's breaking. There we go. God, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And sound folder name. So I gotta figure out how this is gonna work. Let's print this out. Temp output location. We don't even have this other thing. I'm just gonna specify temp output location again. And process all sounds. We're gonna just get rid of this for now. Wait, that's really your desk? How much did that monitor cost you? Hey, null threat. So here we have robohustle.wave that we're trying to convert to, oh no, we're not trying to convert anything. We're trying to combine those wave files. And what we need is for us to just specify this without an extension. Output location without extension. I want to be done with this stuff. I hope that works. $500. Hey, Jay Tyler. So combining waves from there to there, yeah. That should have worked. It says no input file specified, although I don't understand why. Output location. This should exist. It's gone? No, there it is. Temp music. Yeah, temp music Robo Hustle into temp music Robo Hustle. Yeah. It says no input file specified. And this wasn't even true, whatever I had said here. So I can get rid of this and this. And then we can just print out the arguments. Hey, MLOs. Yeah, args. I gotta find out what's going on. -O. That should be correct. Ah, yeah, there's the problem. We add /start.wave. Yeah, so this needs to be just the directory. No, we can't even do it that way. All right, I don't know. This sucks. Yeah, I'm hoping to, and thanks to Deo. So this is wrong. This shouldn't even be used, nor does it exist anywhere. Okay, so we'll just say input files, and this will be here, and we'll just make sure to try to copy this correctly. Can be a specific file or a wildcard, e.g. foo/bar/start.away. Yeah, we'll keep looking through this. I don't think this is going to be too tough. We should be right at the brink of solving this. So that one needs to have start.wave at the end. So all wave files equals path.join this with start.wave. And any other case of us doing this should already be correct. Yeah. How big is the bugs list? It's probably about 100 bugs. Yeah, I think this is working now. Okay, hey again, ZipTie. How did your focusing on work part of the day go? Okay, we're gonna run this whole thing. We're gonna finally see that it all works. We're gonna just delete these folders manually, temp and output, and there we go. Now we just run this and we cross our fingers. It just immediately failed. Great. All right, well, let's find out why. UI.wave to MP3. UI.mp3, unexpected exit. No such file or directory? Huh. Oh, it made a folder for some reason. What? Nailed it. Still like that. When will I say 0 bugs? Probably never. I don't think that's a goal of most games to get to 0 bugs. It may sound like it is, but you'll always have bugs that'll be there that you just say, I'm never going to fix those. And I guess if you don't count those as bugs anymore, then yes, you could get down to 0 bugs. But yeah, most of the time you're going to have some low priority bugs still lurking around. But when do I plan to get the biggest ones fixed? Like some of them in the next week, and then the rest of them when they become important enough. Yeah. Can't wait until I get this stuff working. So combining waves from UI to UI/UI/start.wave. Yeah, that's what's going wrong. UI/UI/star.wave. I don't think that was ever correct. I think it's just this. doing a bad job. Doing a really bad job right now. Let me take this off. Can't even hear myself talk over here. Yeah, originally this program was just meant to be for music, and then in trying to change it to work for sounds, there's a bunch of stuff that I had to modify. And now I'm in the process of finally modifying that, and I just feel like I'm still not quite there yet. This path to temp output is just UI, and what we want out of this folder is every wave file. So we just want this with, start.wave. I guess it's not path.join. Right. No, it is. What's the goal with this that I'm doing? So the original goal that I had is that I had audio files for sound and for music, and they were normalized differently. So sounds were really loud, and then music would sometimes be quiet. So what that led to is in the game, you would start to modify the sound to just be lower because the sound files were louder. So in order to get these to be the same volume, you needed something like this. This looks weird, and I don't think most players would expect this. Also, if you did have them set to max because you thought, oh, sound should be louder than music, right? Or whatever, then yeah, you just blow out your eardrums. And I don't think I should deafen players. So we're going to try to work through this. See you, Mitch. Yeah, so the part that I'm not sure about yet was this. Combining waves from input files to output folder. Oh, I had the output folder. Oh, I have these just specified wrong, don't I? Yeah, there we go. UI start.wave into UI. But it should be UI/UI, shouldn't it? Yeah, this is ridiculous. Do I normalize to a fixed loudness? I believe so. Yeah, I finally got this working. Okay, great. Hey, got null pointer. Now let's see if I got the music part of this working. Yeah, let's go try that. We're gonna finally get there. First try. Remember, there were no tries before this. All of the last 2 hours did not exist. Normalize over directory. So a music player isn't exactly what I want to do here. The music player is going to be the browser. So the music files that I feed it should be normalized. And I could use, maybe Foobar has a way of outputting music files as well. But I think this should be good. So now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to finally put these back on. See? Just need to be able to hear myself talk. And now we copy paste everything from output to the right spots. So we copy these over to here. Let's double check them first. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay, great. And then we copy the rest of this stuff, over to here. And then we just try running it. And that should be that. Aw, man, MLOs, yeah. Here it goes. Okay, we have UI sounds. Do we have arena sounds? Yes. And we have music, right? Nice. Yeah, so are these normalized so I could set them all to the same volume? I doubt it. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Like the level between the sound and the music. I think that's good. See it feels. All right. I think we're doing pretty well. Yeah. Okay, let's go update my OneNote. Let's go update all these things. I'm going to close out of pretty much every single one of these files. Yep, get rid of that. Well, actually, I don't know about this one. Let's put this over. Nope, it's already gone. Here's the file. Here's the function. Hey, multiple pixels. Getting rid of. Yeah, thanks everyone for the pats on the back. Oh, so this is a problem with overwriting. So I'm now using FFmpeg to convert to MP3. Clean these first, done. Update OneNote, that's what's next. So let's close out of that stuff and go to my audio files thing and write this down. So here's what I used to have to do is all of these steps. And now it should be pretty simple, I hope. So these are still necessary. Produce game and UI audio sprites in JSON files. This is no longer necessary. At this point, all we really need to do is this. So just make sure decode botland sounds input contains all of the different folders / files needed. Use a folder whenever you want a discrete audio file. For example, all game sounds can go into a game folder. Well, use a top level folder for that. Use subfolders however you want. They don't matter for this process. So you can organize your sounds like game / attack sounds, game / defense sounds, something like that. Do you use React Router? I do, yes. I'm using version 3. Okay, and then that's pretty much it, right? I don't think the input files are that crazy. Yeah. There's just a bunch of waves. So make sure that all of these are waves, I guess. All files should be .wave, and they don't need to, actually they probably even shouldn't be normalized. They don't need to be normalized. Then all of this can go away. Yep. Yeah, so I'll already note the process of exporting FLPs from FL Studio to WAV files can apparently be automated in the future. And we could just put this reference. Where did that open? Got it. Let's put this here. Hey Splinter. It was good. Thanks for asking. And hey trolling. What kind of OneNote is this? You're probably using the Windows 10 app as opposed to the desktop application. The desktop application is free. You don't even need Office for it. You can just go download it. Okay, produce these. This is no longer necessary to write down. Produce music sprites. We don't need to do that. Now it's run process audio, which will normalize audio levels. Produce a single wave out of all sprites with a JSON file manifesting sprite data. What does it do? Convert to MP3 and WebM, and then output to the and then output to one spot. Hey again, Fled and Kevcom. The stress is through the roof. Like, it's good stress, I think. I'm really excited about beta, but I was losing it over the weekend. I don't know. And I still, like, I had some back pain last week. I think it's exacerbated by stress. And so I'm like a rubber band that's been stretched a little too far. And I think if I stretch just a tiny bit more, my spine is going to break in half. And that's a little bit worrisome right now. because I need my spine in order to code. So yeah, after all of this, so we can delete all of this, everything would be an output, yeah. WebM and MP3 files as sounds, move JSON files there, and then modify those. Yep, all the rest of these instructions are the same. Hey, Spirit. Yeah, Adam Spa Day. Yeah, after beta, I plan on relaxing for a bit. So here's generally what's going to happen. November 7th is beta launch, and I'll stream just non-coding stuff. So playing the game, talking to chat, hanging out, that sort of thing. November 8th is the first day after beta, of course. It'll probably be a pretty relaxed stream. If I get anything done, then great. Like, I don't have high hopes for the rest of that week. I really am going to need to relax. And then November 9th is a Thursday, and I'm thinking of not streaming. And November 10th, I'm kind of considering no stream. So just letting you know that, yeah, once I launch a game, I do need to cool off for a bit. Don't those red underlines annoy you? No, they don't. Most of the things that tend to annoy chat about an operating system don't annoy me. So like anytime there's a flashing icon down here, I pretty much just ignore it. And then inevitably someone in chat will be like, can you click that, Adam? So it doesn't flash anymore. So yeah, same thing here. I just ignore all the red underlines. Hey, Serena. Game is free? Yeah, the game's free. Yeah. Yeah, it's a free-to-play game, and there is monetization planned, but not for beta. You won't have any way to spend money in the game for like 10 months at least, I bet. Yeah, the red underlines are a little bit harder to go through and fix because I'd have to like ignore a bunch of stuff in here. Like tell OneNote to ignore it, I mean. But flashing icons, I don't mind clicking for you guys. So the rest of this is fine. I think we're done there. Now pay close attention to Builder. Yeah, this is the music that plays when you enter this screen. You guys can probably hear that, but it's like relatively quiet. I have to kind of turn up my sound too to hear it. I like this track. It plays in this UI and in this UI. So it's when you're typically doing something that you need to be relatively cognizant about what's going on. So for example, you're writing a script or you're customizing this blueprint. So I wanted something that was in the background that had this kind of almost mechanical feel to it. It reminds me a lot of, I think it was Final Fantasy III, but I don't remember the place now in the game. But there was some, anyway. Reminds me of that. Hey, Walter. No, the meeting's over. That was earlier in the day. But yeah, I really like this track. This was one of the few that just kind of like, I made it and I thought, okay, that's it, I'm done. Whereas this other one that I have to work on today still, it's going to take a lot more mixing. Yeah, game seems complicated. I think that's fair. And I think that's part of this genre in particular. I made a new video about the game in general. And I think from that video, it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, there's a learning curve. All right, let me mute this again. I think this is fine. Do a run through the game just for music and make sure all the music plays when it should. Yeah, what we need to fix before that is the fading in and out of music. You can kind of hear this already. This page, wherever it leaves off, when you come back to it, it's going to fade that back in over the course of a second. So you hear that? So that's working pretty good. So we want to make that fade in and out for all music, and I want to code it correctly. So that's what we're going to work on next, except for I don't remember where I wrote this stuff down. Yeah, here it was. So we're going to copy this down to here. Spirit, I think there are a couple different things. A developer should probably never strive to make something tough for a user to do. Unless you're talking about something like security, it should be tough to guess someone's password. Okay, fine. But if you're talking about a game, like the game can be challenging, but it shouldn't be something where like your controls are reversed and the B button sometimes does what the A button should. Like that's a different kind of challenge that you would never expect out of a game. So there are a lot of ways I can make Botland a little bit more accessible without changing the game's difficulty. One of them, I got the suggestion yesterday. They said, hey, do you have any way to debug your scripts? I said, no, it's something I've kind of planned. And they said, why don't you just have a section at the bottom that shows a fake arena, and you have a play button, and you can just kind of have this bot run through its script and show you what's going on. I said, that's a really good idea. That would also take me some time to develop. So yeah, that's another way I can make the game a little bit easier to understand. I lower that learning curve without destroying any of the depth of the game. Hey, Kadoku. I like your greeting, Kadoku. The Veda countdown. Well, challenging in a fun way. I mean, yeah, that's the goal isn't even necessarily for the game to be challenging. The goal is for players to make challenging content. I don't know if that seems like the same thing or not. But anyway, so let's do this. Finalize on how music will fade in. So I have some hacks in the code right now. Let's try to find just the JavaScript files that changed here. What is this stuff? That needs to stay. This can go away. That needs to stay as well. I got rid of these styles apparently. Def.png. Yeah, okay, I got rid of some styles here. I guess I can check just those in. This default volume also needs to be changed. Change default volume of everything. This is one of those things that needs to stay. And what about this? Yeah, so address colors of blueprint selector. I also managed to get rid of some styles in the process. So this particular commit has one line removed from both of these files and a bunch of lines removed from this file. Use whatever exploit ski dog finds. We'll see. Let's see if I don't just ban his account. Temp music builder. So that's the only thing that changed here because the length of the file is the same. So that should be all that changed for most of these, right? No, the length of the file changed as well. That's weird. Isn't it? Oh, maybe this was a bug beforehand. Yeah. This was a bug that would cause the music to not loop properly, I bet. And now it should work fine, which means that there was probably another bug with this one too. No, no. I just probably changed the length of that one. Then Robo Hustle. Yeah, that should be fine too. Okay, I think we're pretty good. Funny with headphones on? Why is that? And then the sound manager is where I started just messing around with everything. So we got to go start working there. So there's this has played dozing thing. I think what I need to do is in sound constants say what music can fade in and what music has to restart every time. So where do I keep track of music? Here. What else did I write for this? Should pause instead of stop. Should fade in. These are two separate controls. But if it's paused, then fade in would be the same. No, it wouldn't be. AU's work. Yeah, let's just code one thing for right now. So I'll just do should. I'll say fade in duration. And we'll set that to a time, or it could potentially be null. Let's check that out. So fade in duration here. Actually, they should all kind of have the same duration. I don't know why certain ones would fade in over a longer amount of time. Yeah, we'll just change it to should fade in. I think that's probably better. Let's do that. So should fade in true. Dozing. This is a bad idea. Yeah, this is where we'll put this stuff. So 4 tracks should fade in. 1, 2, 3. .exe and Robo Hustle. No, I only have 5 music tracks, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did I get 5 from? Oh yeah, Dozing Slow. Yeah, I have 5 tracks. Also, Rest I don't know if I said hi to you, but hi. Yeah, this should work. Now we need to keep track of this correctly. So in this case, I knew that this had already started at one point. And I used this in order to figure out whether we should restart the existing one. So we need to keep track of this somewhere. Okay, Restriata. No, thanks, EJ. I'm going to be pretty busy with all this beta stuff. By the way, that email setup, I got an email set up for Botland, but there were certain things I did not know about. These kinds of records, they are also now set up. And I should enable emailing in the next day or two. But I didn't even know those were a thing. I talked to my friend last night about this stuff. And he told me a fun story where he had a catch-all email enabled and a spammer chose to send they had the return path set to his domain and they sent out 1 billion emails and so many of those bounced that he got all the return emails and it was just a nightmare for him. It blocked him from reading his regular emails because his Gmail banned the email host that was sending them or something. Anyway, it sounded ridiculous. He's the guy who runs itch.io, by the way. You should go check out that site. He was advocating that I put in a login with itch button on Botland. And I said, yeah, maybe eventually. Sellout? Am I a sellout for that? So we need to keep track of somehow that we played this thing. We need to know whether we've started playing something before. I think we should have Howl information. Hey, Noomers. Yeah, itch. I can link you the site. Oops. Let's try that again. Yeah, we're going to be working on some music stuff. In fact, I don't need this on until I'm actually working on that music stuff. So do we have this Howl information somewhere? We now have should fade in. We keep track of, Music Howl. Yeah, it's a game sharing thing. It's a marketplace. What, use work? Don't forget to set reverse DNS. I'm not sure what I need to do there. I need to take a look at this. Yeah. So let's do this here. We'll try to keep track of... Wait a second. I have this. I don't understand if I would know whether this is already played or not. Let's see if there's some way to figure this out. Yeah, I haven't added those. I have rec clap though. We're going to mute this tab and we're going to find out when I try playing this for the second time. So we go into the arena, we cancel, we go into the arena, it breaks in. And now here we have a music howl. Is there any way to know that this is currently playing? Or is paused? I guess underneath, yeah, there's sounds here. Well. Then let's go look at Howler's GitHub. IP address to domain name mapping. But what do I have to do for that use work? Because I can write this down. Wellity. I want to look through. I want to see what they do with sounds here. Is there any function that they have that tells me, oh, they look through, check if any sounds are playing? Yeah, that's what I want to know. And I want to know this so that when I try to play it again, I can just fade it in. But right now I have some convoluted logic around that, and I want to get rid of that convoluted logic. But it doesn't look like this is the simplest thing to do, huh? Yeah, every time they iterate over all their sounds and they check to see if something's paused. So for music, if we know that it's supposed to fade in, then we can check to see if there is a sound there. And if there is a sound, we know we've played it before. Thank you, UseWork. I'll have to take a look at that. I don't know if I did desoxyephedrine. I think I wanted to see if I could play sounds multiple times, and I looked into this because I wrote something down about that. Yeah, you're right. I probably wrote that in here. Where is it? Stopping sound. Yeah, stopping all sounds. Howler doesn't expose a global stop. They have unload. That'll delete all the sounds. Best way I could stop all sounds is keep track of Howler instances myself and call stop on them with no specific ID. Yeah, something like that is when I looked through this, I think. If you're using SES, you don't need to worry about reverse DNS. Interesting. Well, thank you for that too. I will probably try to write this in my notes for later, though. I don't think I'd ever handle email entirely by myself. I'll probably end up using some other third-party service eventually. Okay, so what we learned is we have access to sounds, and as long as there is at least one sound in here, I think we should be fine. So if we were to put the breakpoint up here instead, how do we know whether it was already playing? Oh, there's what? Music howl.playing? False. What other functions do we have here that don't start with an underscore? Play, playing, state. State is just whether it's loaded or not, though. Yeah, I think this is going to involve some amount of me looking into this myself. I don't know if there's any other function here that makes sense, though. Yeah, duration, fade, and none of those. Yeah, I don't think the rest of these make any sense. I wonder if seek would do something. Seek might tell me where I am in the sound file, and maybe I could exploit that somehow. Let's take a look at how seek is coded. Oops. Get or set the seek position of a sound. Method can take 0, 1, or 2 arguments. Yeah. What if this doesn't exist, though? Huh. Strange. Okay, I'll keep copy pasting this stuff. Thank you. And yeah, Motor, as far as an email provider to use, I haven't looked into that too much yet. I don't think I'm going to have any problems for Botland unless it just has explosive growth somehow, which I'm not expecting. So I think we should be fine. The only thing I'd be worried about is reliably delivering mail. No, I guess there's two parts. Reliably delivering mail and also handling bounces correctly. But like I said, I'm not too concerned for beta. We just need to make sure the email works. That's about it. Okay, so let's try this if we've never played a sound before and we get to that API. What happens if we do music howl.seek? I'm feeling this is gonna fail. Did not fail. Whoa, welcome back. Can I have some pink lights? Oh, thanks for resubbing, Sir Momster. 4 months. Wow. Yeah, there's been some good support today. If we total up the number of months from just resubs so far, it's almost triple digits, I think. Wonder who the longest sub on Twitch is. It's probably a tie if I had to guess, but yeah, so there is a sound in here. I wonder if this was created just for the sake of me using seek. In fact, so args.length is 0. There is no sound. Maybe there has to be a sound. Oh boy, I didn't think of that. We should try that out. Music howl.sounds. Howl.sound. Yeah, it always has one. But that sound knows whether it's playing or not, right? Paused true. Interesting. Ended true. Is there anything else here? Paused and ended. And if we get into this a second time, I wonder what's going to happen here. Yeah, they're probably doing everything they can to make sure that they don't forget to resub. Oh, darn it. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I got to do that again. I hope I didn't just mess up this repro. Oh, let's try this out now. So now what do we have for this? Ended true and paused true. Huh. Yeah, I don't know how I can reliably detect this without just making my own set of Boolean values here, which is always a possibility. What if I always call play with nothing? I think this will fail. Right? If I don't specify this, what happens here? And then I also get rid of this. I gotta put this back on. We're gonna keep bouncing between trying to listen for music and not trying to listen for music. No, it just fails. Yeah, so we do need to keep track of this, whether we've done this once or not. I wonder how we know. How will we know? I'm hilarious. Okay, let's put that back in and see if there's anything different between the first time and the second time that this plays. What's the issue? The issue is that when music stops in botland, it should really just pause, and then the next time it tries playing, it should fade back in. And I think this will make it much more pleasant to play the game and go around through different menus. So what I'm trying to figure out right now is, how do I know whether I've played music before? And what I was doing just as a test is just setting a Boolean variable to true. And I can continue to do that. That's totally fine. I just want to see if there's a better way to do it. So right now I'm just researching, really. So music howl.sounds 0. Hey, pinball. Let's see. Ended. Position is null. Maybe. Well, let's just stringify this if we can. This may have a circular reference that'll prevent us from doing this. Yeah, it does. Okay, well, let's convert. Let's just copy paste what we have here. Is it bad to just always fade? It's a good question. No, I don't think it would be, but I think I might have stated the problem wrong. When I go to play music, I need to change whether I pass. Okay, so here's how this works. If I say howl.play, so no argument, this will try resuming. So it will fail if it was never played in the first place. And howl.play ID, this will always try playing a new one. So if I said something like howl.play, I don't know how this works exactly, something like this, 0, 1, this would now, 2 tracks would be kicked off. 2 music tracks would be playing and would overlap. So what I need to do is howl.play 0 the first time and then nothing the second time. And that's what I need to keep track of. All right, thanks, Sir Momster. First driver lesson, nice. Yeah, good luck. Don't kill anybody. This sound is clearly a class instance, so the object may not be the best way to look at it. Yeah, I just want to see if anything changed that was obvious enough about this. Like if I just copy paste this over here, which even that looks terrible. You know what? I'm gonna do this just really simply. We're gonna test something really fast here. I'm just gonna take a picture of this, and then we're gonna compare it afterward. I know this is not the greatest way to do this. And I also hovered over it while I took the picture. And now we go to here, and then back to here. And we just print that thing out again and take another picture. And we compare the two. So false, false, pause, true. Play start now exists. Interesting. Position, rate seek exists over here. Seek, sprite, stereo. Oh, and the sprite changed as well too, from default. Interesting. I'm not sure, Mendayan. And hey, Rocket, I have a diff tool. The problem with this was copy pasting this out of here. It copy pasted weirdly, that was all. So it looked like this. And granted, anyway, there are a bunch of other things I could have done. I just wanted to do this very quickly, and I did it, and it works. Hey, Rain, can't you just check that the position of the ID is greater than 0? Would mean there was something playing before. No, so they get reused. There's only ever going to be one sound in this array, the way I want this to work. Anyway, it looks like I can just check to see if the sprite changes from default. Let's go take a look at Howler and see how this changes. Right here, reset parameters to the original state for recycle. Sound is default. Parent.sprite default. Load sound default. Did they ever delete this? No. This is not exactly what I want. But there's some other property there too. Play start. Where does that go? Yeah, there is an ID that gets returned, and I could just keep track of this. That's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure that that's what I'd have to do. That's all I'm doing right now. Is just taking a look at, and this is only if web audio. So yeah, I think I should just do this the way I was doing it. Just keep track of whether I'd played this thing before. And this Howler ID, I'm not saving it anywhere right now, but what we could do is we could save based on a particular constant somewhere. Yeah, so I'll just do that. So has played dozing. We'll just say this dot has played particular music equals an object. We'll say that the keys of this are going to be sound constants.ids, and the values are just going to be a Boolean. Actually, the very existence of this, if a particular music ID exists in here, then it means we've played it at least once already. So the next time we play it, we should resume the original howl object. Yeah. And we could actually just write this in here. And then we go replace this. So if has played, actually what we care about is the descriptor here. Do we have a sound descriptor? Yes, we do. So if sound descriptor dot params dot, and what did I call that thing? Something about fading in, should fade in. Should fade in. Then we get rid of this, let's put this up here. We want to know if we've already played it. So if this dot has played sprite ID, then do that. Otherwise set this to true. And then that's pretty much it. Then we're done. Cool, let's try it out now. So now there are 3 tracks in the game that should fade. And let's try it with the title screen. Let's try to listen where it ends. Nope, it failed. Okay, let's find out why it failed. Take care, use work. Thanks for dropping in. Catch you later. So should fade in. We'll just put a breakpoint here. I'll try to find out what's going on. Sprite ID equals undefined. Oh, that's sprite name. Oh, that's why. I think what we really wanted was for this to be params.id. What front end stack am I using here? Some of it's kind of described there. It's React and Redux for all the for all the DOM elements that you see, and then WebGL for everything going on in the game. The audio is being played via Howler. Let me find. So this param, this is true, okay, and has played particular music. This is dozed music. Yeah, so now we set that to true, and we play the sprite that we would have played. Perfect. So now we hear music. We go over to here, the same thing happens, but I don't care. We go back, and now should fade in is still true. This should also be true. So we set this to undefined, and now we try playing undefined. Why does that fail? What am I missing here? No, I did not use Create React App. I started this about 2 years and 2 months ago. And I don't think Create React App was a thing back then. By the way, if you're curious about more Rocket, there is the FAQ there. And over the course of these 2 years, I've really tried to keep track of what are people asking a lot. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. Let's try to find out. Let's ignore this one for now if we can and just go back here. Yeah, that one works. But going back to here, it doesn't. I wonder if it's because... Oh, yeah, right here. I forgot. Okay, yeah, my bad. So should fade in. This is what we need. Const should fade in. So we put this right here. Done. That should fix it. So now if we just search for dozing, yeah, that's gone. Can you pass in undefined? Yeah, you can. I think I solved the problem right now. I just had something else hard-coded that I shouldn't have had. So we hear music. Go over to here. Go back to here. Nice. So did you hear that? It faded in. I'll go back. Yeah, nice. And then the same thing should happen over here too. Oh, this music's a little bit harder to hear. Okay, so we're at the... Yep, cool. Okay, well, battle music should not fade in. So let's enter a battle here. It's probably still a little bit loud. That failed. That went terribly wrong. Cannot read property 0 of undefined. Howl.play. Oh, darn it. It's that same problem. But that shouldn't have happened. Oh, man. Also, why do the sounds have to be so much quieter than the music? I guess that's just how this works. Does anyone have another game open right now? Do you have your sound volume set higher than your music volume in that game? Whatever game it is? Sprite ID is here. Should fade in. Should fade in would be false for most of these things. So let's print out the sprite ID. Is it linear or logarithmic? It's so the slider is linear. I pass the volume directly to Howler. Whether they're linear or logarithmic, I don't know. So yeah, the slider is just going to produce numbers from 0 to 100 in a line. And I pass it to Howler. It's possible it's used logarithmically. I always use sound volume higher, almost never use music. Okay, so the people who turn off music, that's not exactly what I meant. I can see why you'd want that, sure. Music always lower than sound. Yeah, so I think there's a natural tendency for people to want the music volume slider lower than sound so that music is quieter than sounds, I guess. And I guess it's just that my sounds are really loud. Maybe part of this has to do with this. Oh my god. Oh, never mind. I purposely set the volume to 0.4 because these used to not be normalized, and I did this to try to normalize them. So I just get rid of these volumes and I should be fine. Okay, that really worried me. Yeah, I think we should be good now. So this is gonna increase the volume of those battle tracks. So I set this back to normal on this. Let's keep all these at kind of halfway and see what it sounds like. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Probably still want this a little lower. But I still can't cancel this. So do you need to normalize all sounds of music in the same pool to the same loudness? I don't know. I think what I need to do is just make the sound slider use a different volume range or just have it set lower than normal. And thanks to Soxyfetrine, I like it. Hey, Nani. Yeah, this is what's failing, and we should be printing out... Oh, this is undefined. Oh, that's why it's failing. How did it get undefined, though? The only way should be here, and that shouldn't have happened. What? But then should fade in would be true. That can't be true. Okay, well, then let's just set a breakpoint here. Yeah, there's going to be audio stuff for the next... Actually, pretty much the rest of the stream. What I'm going to do after this is try mixing the music that I have playing in the arena. And by mixing, I just mean making sure that some of the highs aren't so high and, hey, advised, and some of the lows aren't so low, that sort of thing. Okay, I don't care about that. I care about the battle music. I'm going to click test. So this plays, and should fade in should be false, or undefined, sure, whatever, doesn't matter. So that works fine. Then we hit cancel and everything just breaks, and I don't know why. Should fade in is true. This is of dozing, which has already played before, right? Dozing, true, yeah. Why is this failing? This should work. There's the sound right here. Maybe... Oh, wait, this. This. I know what this is. Yeah, this is the problem. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so what we need to know whether this particular music ID can fade in or not. How do I do that? I need to get a sound descriptor from an ID. I don't even know how I do that. Oh, apparently I just get it from data. Easy peasy. Okay, great. So const, let's say I don't know what to call this. Let's just say music sound descriptor equals sound constants data music ID. And if that has should fade in dot I think that'll work. Let's take a look. So that music's playing. Over to here. We go back to the title screen, it should fade in. Yep. Then it should fade in on the arena. Good. Then the battle music plays without fading in. Then we should be able to hit cancel without an error. And we should test again, and we should never hear the battle music fade in. It's pretty good. Just randomly shout DJ Adam. Okay, what do you guys think of the effect of it fading in? Because I think it's really important to have that. I wonder if we should extend it a little bit. So right now it's over the course of 1 second. Hey, Cicero. So just to show you what this would feel like, I'll set it to 5 seconds. 5 seconds is too long, but let's just, that way you can tell what's being affected here. So when I go between these two screens, let's say, hear how it's very slowly fading in? It sometimes feels like it's a bit late, really. Because I was going to say, I kind of want this to be a little bit longer. But if you think it's fine, or you even think that might be too long already, then yeah, maybe this is good. So let's just have a listen. I'm not going to say anything. I just want to kind of move around the menus and just see how it feels. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Oh boy, this is pretty cool. Yeah, and then change default volume of everything. So whatever I have it set to now is pretty reasonable. This is 27 and this is 50. So this is roughly twice as much as the arena. We'll try to keep that same relative volume level. So master is set to 0.6. Where's UI in all this? Here? Is that fine? Make it like 2 seconds. Hey Dash. I mean, I could show you what it sounds like, definitely. Thanks, Dash. Yeah, let me change the default volumes. What I want to do, this is just a minor decision here, but if you have the volume set to maximum at first and people are like, oh, I want this one slightly louder, then they won't be able to increase it because it's already a maximum. So I think I want to start them at 90 here and here, and then have the arena sounds at 50 and just see what that's like. So let's try that. So game 0.5, UI 0.9, this 0.9, and we'll set master to 0.9, I guess. Oh, hey Temporia. Long time no see. Okay, this will be louder than it was as soon as I delete local storage. So hopefully it's not too bad. Where do I save? Let me take a look at this off screen for a sec. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, we could just use an incognito tab. Okay, like I said, this will be a little bit louder, so just be a little careful. Okay, let's turn it down. Okay, this isn't too bad, right? I see a Splinter, and thanks. Okay, UI sounds are fine relative to music. What about game sounds? Actually, let's go. Also, what do you guys think of the 2 second fade in? I think it's a little too long. God, it's such a difficult thing to tell. Can I adjust the fade curve? I could probably do something manual. I don't know if Howler lets you do that though. We could try to take a look here. Yeah. So what I need to do is I need to like have it fade from X to Y and then write a function that changes it from Y to Z after that's done. For a shorter one, and longer fade-ins give the impression that the game is broken or slow. I'll set this back down to a second. I think a second sounds pretty good. Anywhere between 1 and 2 is probably fine though. Now the only other thing I need to do is take a look at the level of game sounds to battle music. So let's go take a look at that. We'll just put artillery and shield on this. And then we'll put down a bunch of these bots. I think it's pretty good. And the music's looping correctly too. Yeah, nice. All right, cool. That's pretty much everything as far as music goes. I think we're set. Yeah. So do a run through the game and make sure music plays when it should. Done. All my games were music. My only complaint is a harsh transition, which it faded. We're now done with that. Say only complaint. I also don't think the levels and sounds match. Yep. So we've addressed Ski Dog's complaints. And now we are done with all the music changes other than just cleaning up the code and checking it. So let's go do that process. God, this was a lot of work for just that. And then one of the other things we're going to have to do is also a lot of work. We're going to have to finish mixing that track. Is there a way to check for a relative path that slash would match my app slash stuff and things like that? Is there a way? That's like the main point of React Router. So yeah, you should be able to look through the documentation and find out. Oh, wait, I think I see what you're saying. But yeah, you're talking about just nested routes, I think. And yeah, like I said, just look at their documentation. You should find something. Wow, no linting errors. So a lot of this is just JSON files that got updated. We're going to take a quick look through them, but I'm not too concerned about them. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here that this file got laid out completely differently. Could be order of folders, and it's not super important. That's all fine too. This is unrelated to this change. That'll be dynamic. You can use wildcards if that's what you're talking about. So part of what I did is play dozing on the arena and dozed slowed on the news page. Good, yeah, that's fine. Then adjust default volumes to accommodate normalized music / sound files. Fade in non-battle music over the course of 1 second rather than replaying it with no fade. And what else did we do? Adjust playback property. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, looks good. This is a pretty good change, I think. Yeah, so here are all of the things that we did. Improve sound / music. Improve feel of sound / music. Yeah, nice. Lots of stuff. Now, botland tools, we got to go commit. We're finally pretty much done. Not entirely done, because I guess what I really should do is clean up the code. I don't really want to do this, but it'd be bad not to. Package.json, I mean, I guess let's bump this version 2, not that it matters. Yeah, we got to go look through this and just make sure it looks all right. Okay, wraparound spawn. Given a path like this, we'll return path to file, sure. That's fine. Normalize. That's fine. Convert MP3 to WebM. I don't think this is super important. Process music. Yeah, that's fine. Is directory. Do we use this? Yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm not going to write anything about that. List all children. This is really list all descendants. Recursively get all children. Something like that. Hey, Creelton. Is there a reason why I should press the upgrade button? Yes. So there are a few things that upgrading does for you. And I think most of this is... It's actually not the first Halloween at the new place. But no, I'm not handing out candy. I didn't do that last year either. I did instead buy candy for myself and ate it. Yeah, so this talks about why you would want to do this. Increases the size of the arena, allow the defender to place more bots and chips, and also allow you to earn more bot coin per day by defending. So yeah, the first one is not necessarily a benefit. Actually, I guess the second one technically isn't really either. The third one's definitely a benefit. But I think this leads to you having more fun playing the game, because now matches will have way more bots. Darn kids looking for handouts. I like Halloween. I don't know how many people we would get knocking on our door. Because last year, if I'm not mistaken, last year Halloween would have fallen on a Monday, right? And I don't know if we got anyone knocking here. Granted, I don't think there's like a ton of kids in the neighborhood. What's next here? So process sound. We'll write a proper function for this. This is needed so we ignore any subfolders in the input that are just for organization. Great. Combine input files can be specific or a wildcard. These can be specific or a wildcard. And then we'll just copy paste this over to there. You overtook me on the defense leaderboard. I blame this on a couple of people who remember how to beat me because I'm a very high visibility person in the game. Yeah, you did take me over, huh? 6 points higher than me. Wow. How many people have attacked me in the last, like, week? Oh, hey, Pawn. Oh, look at that. Pawn's actually the reason why you overtook me. If I was 10 points higher, I would be just barely above you right now. What? Really, Freak Technic? Is this a family tradition or what? Not gonna watch this. Alright. What's interesting is I'm getting attacked about once a day. Yeah, it's working out to about once a day. And if I load up Postman, we can see exactly how many games have been played. Just click this button. Yeah, so we have 1,800 games played in the last 14 days. So it's about 100 games per day, and there's about 50 defenders. So it should be everyone getting attacked, like on average, 1.5 times per day. Turn up the face. I did do a great job. I think I bought Reese's. Okay, that sounds fine. Process all sounds in folder. Not too concerned about that. Copies. The JSON, WebM, and MP3 equivalents of the specified file to the output directory, since they're final. This doesn't return anything. Actually, yes, it does. Oh, interesting. Turnip lantern. That sounds pretty cool. When I think of turnips, I think of Super Mario Bros. 2. Yeah, the rest of the stuff is all fine. Okay, we'll check this in. Handle sounds in addition to music. Alright, what else is here? Mixing still needs to be done. EQing, need to listen with headphones. Yeah. Let's load up Fruity Loop Studio. Get to it. I should probably write down what I'm doing. Adam is using FL Studio to finalize the mixing on dozing.mp3. Yeah. I don't think this is bad. I just don't think it's great yet. Now, let me know how loud this is for you guys. I'm going to set it to half volume. Let me know if you can hear it. Okay, cool. If you can hear it, then yeah, this is what we're going to work on. So the parts where I think I need to work on this is this instrument and this instrument. So if you want to hear just that. So that one and this one. Yeah. Okay, I think this is a touch too loud. Where's that coming from? Right here. But then the volume is controlled by this. So what I'd have to do is change this here. Hey, Joe. And yeah, good to see you. Actually, you know what? We could just send this to a different mixer track. Where is this? it is, can we just say next mixer track? You can't do that. Okay, well, let's set it to 6. And then over here, okay, I'm just a little bit worried because I don't know. Oh, well, let's just try it out. That alone is such a nice change, yeah. Fix something over here. Is that C? So the C there goes to, that's E flat major, which I guess if we added a C, it's not the worst thing in the world. It becomes C minor 7. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. It's held from the last measure. I feel like this would add a little bit of a bass there. Maybe not. I don't know, I'm still debating. We could, well, we could do a couple of things. Let's try that now. No, it's bad. I don't like that. I take it back. We shouldn't be messing with this. There. Okay, actually, I think the only thing I wanted to do with this entire track is what I just did, which is just mix this the tiniest bit lower than what it was. I don't know what value this is. Can we paste it into here? So it was 0.68 instead of this. Yeah, so I lowered it a bit. That's it. How about I add something? I don't think that was necessarily the change I even wanted to make. Okay, so this was set to 68, but that's not as low as it was before. I don't understand. Let's just do this. Paste value. Yeah, that's where it was. So I'm going to save that. Now we should re-export this entire file and listen to it in the game. So export wave to here, dozing. Got it. Start. Good. Now I need to go re-output all of that music. So I run main here. Yeah. This takes so long. And we get it in output and we put it over here. So dozing dot webm, dozing dot mp3, paste those over to here. And then ideally the JSON file wouldn't have changed. Did it? No, it's still the same. Yeah, good, perfect. Okay, so let's listen to it in the game now. How large is the botland folder? I don't know, it's probably like huge because of node modules. So this is the track. I don't know. I can't tell. I can hear a difference over here. Yeah, it's pretty hard to make this out. But I think if I exported it correctly, it should just be done. Let me just try to listen this time around. Hey, Renegade. Yeah, I think that's the same as this. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty happy with that then. So that's the mixing that I wanted to change. Oof. Well, that pretty much wraps up all the music stuff. So let's try to do some of these other random items that we have here. I'm gonna close out of this. Man, lots of stuff. Oh yeah, Giant Bomb. What happened with that? Did I get an email from them? Giant Bomb. Because they have to approve this, but then once it's there, come on, what do I have to do to get the game listed? You lost the what, Bother? Yeah, they didn't email me back. And when you try to make a new page, they say that it'll probably take about a few hours. I wonder... Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. I guess I'll just leave this on my to-do list for right now. Anyway, get rid of italics. I think if we just search for italic... Oh, yeah. I stopped doing that, Bonder. I finished up what I wanted to do, that's why. Font style, italic. This should have never been there anywhere. And what is this for? Chips? Yeah. Chips is not needed. FPS text is not needed. None of this stuff should have been there. There we go. Let's take a look at that now. What else is outstanding here? Nothing. Just the stuff that I changed now. So now chips should not have italicized text anymore. Good. Nor should the FPS text. And then there's one other place where I just removed it that I don't remember. Tile numbers, which don't even show up in the game. So yeah. Render in-game text without italics. This affects the FPS view and what was the other one I just said? Oh yeah, and chip names. Do you mind playing the track you came out with for now? Yeah, sure. Well, you can listen to the music in the game, but not with the changes that I just made to it. Hopefully you can hear that. I don't have my headphones on, so I can't tell how loud it is. Style level selectors, that's been done. Make absolutely certain I have the ability to scale the game if needed. Oh yeah, work on the website. I want to do that still. Plan video content, that's done. This, we're gonna do this. Concepts bar record video. Man. Normally do this on Mondays. Okay, let's do this. I didn't write this down, did I? I don't know when this is gonna finish, by the way. Where is it? You like it? Yeah, it's gonna play in the arena, but not when you're battling. I don't know where I wrote this note. I think I know how to find it though. Yeah, there it is. This is what I need to do. And this is what we're gonna do. Oh, this is almost done. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like the track overall. I think it fits what I was going for. One of the main instruments is questionable, but I don't think it's bad. I thicken the chords I barely hear in the background to the root note lower. I wonder how this would feel to you if you were just listening to the music, like through your own computer. You wouldn't hear my typing sounds and anything else, and also it'd probably be a little bit louder. I don't know how loud it is for you guys. I know you said you could hear it, but yeah. I'll have to think about that sort of thing. Yeah, because there's not a lot of other sounds going on during that time in the game. Okay, so we agreed that we want it reversed. I should make a component for this so that I can use it anywhere I want. It's a really simple component. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to work on. However, I need to take a quick bathroom break. So I will be right back. Hey, Anonym. Yeah, chat messages floating down from the top. I haven't worked on that program in basically 2 years at this point. Okay, so we're going to make a new component here. And it's going to be just something really basic. React and Redux. Yeah, let's just take this and we'll save this as Botcoin. Botcoin symbol? Yeah, I think so. Do I know assembly? Yeah. Hey, cool. Let's see. Like, this will just be the symbol, or should it also be the entire display? Let me see. Where is it going to show in the game? It's going to show right there. So instead of a dollar sign, pretty much anywhere we have a dollar sign in the game, we're going to start showing that. So I guess there in the store, and those are the only places where prices show up anyway. Oh, and also right there. Yeah, so price tag, buy button, and that. And that's it. So I could just take a picture of these three things. Price tag, buy button, and the Botcoin total. I'll save this now as this, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep it like that. Is there anywhere else in the game, if anyone who's already got an account goes to play.bot.land and you find anywhere else you see a dollar sign, it's not one of those three places, definitely let me know. Oh, maybe in the rewards that you get? No, but I would write Botcoin in that case. Should I write out Botcoin here too? Yeah, I'll need to talk to Jason about that. Well, if it's just those three places, then this is going to be pretty simple. I put aside 2 hours for this. Guess we're not going to need to do that. Yeah, well, whatever. Okay, then yeah. So then I think we can just take the symbol. If I just inject it in, let's see, that character here, if I just put that in instead of a dollar sign. Also, we get to make a decision right now. Do we want this to show up before or after? So in English, you'd say $70, but you'd say 80 cents. So we use both ways depending on which denomination of currency you're talking about, dollars or cents. Well, which is better? Because with percents, we put it afterward. Like, this signals to you that you're about to read a currency, whereas this is more like how you would say it. So I wonder what we should do. You know what we could do? We could put it on both sides. I'm not going to do that. It also shows them. Oh yeah, thank you. Nice. Well, let's just ask straw poll. What do you guys like better? Pay 70 euros as well. Which do you like better for showing Botcoin? Before the number, after the number. Note the symbol will be reversed in Botland. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I mentioned it'll be reversed, as in like it'll be horizontally flipped. That's what I meant. I guess I could have just taken a picture of this. And also, we could always change this in the future. It's not a huge deal. I'm not even sure which one I like better. I think I like it before the number better, which is what nobody's voting for. Oh, this is probably all EU people voting right now. Anyway, I'll talk to Jason about this too. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna do it before. I probably just biased the vote. Not that I really care that much. It doesn't matter. This isn't a gigantic decision. It's just a decision. Okay, so the Botcoin symbol. Botcoin symbol. We get rid of this, and render is just a span that has class name styles.botcoin symbol. We get rid of all of this. And we type in the symbol right there. Great, done. And you should be able to apply some other kind of style to it as well, but I'll worry about that later. So there's Botcoin symbol. Next up, we go into some less file, doesn't really matter what, and we save this as Botcoin symbol.less. We put this one thing here. And we say transform scale x -1. Get rid of this stuff. Go into all.less. Include that symbol. And that's that. Now we should be able to use it. So let's go try it. We'll put it in the header. We'll just search for $sign. It's apparently not in the header for some reason. Oh, it's called something else. It's some... it's one of the attach money is what it's called. So we're going to put this here, Botcoin symbol. And icon style should have margin right. Let's get rid of that. Now we just go include that from the components. And that's that. Now we should have a Botcoin symbol right there. Yeah, cool. It's good to me. Well, it looks kind of good to me. I mean, people will recognize that that's a currency they don't know. And I guess they'll just learn through gameplay that it's Botcoin. Okay, let's go put it everywhere now. So there are the avatar colors that you can change. Costs. Yeah, this. Oh, wait a second though. This says Botcoin. It doesn't have a dollar sign, does it? Oh no, there it is. Minus $1. Yeah. This should be. Hey, Dale. Yeah, that's fixed. The music, the sounds are all pretty good. They're in the game. I like them. I mixed the music just a little bit differently. Just lowered the sound of one of the instruments. And yeah, I think everything's going pretty well now. So now what I'm doing is I'm replacing the dollar sign with the Botcoin symbol. Thanks, Hideo. So this is going to be minus Botcoin symbol. Whoops. Let's try that again. So I guess the way we really have to do this is like this. Do we? I don't know. Let's just try this. Can I just put this here? I don't think so. Does that build? No, it doesn't. Yeah, okay, so then what we have to do is this. Span minus Botcoin symbol span the rest of it. What is this Russian character? It's the Thai bot symbol, but reversed. And yeah, make that a component. So the symbol itself is a component. Why not put the currency amount as a child to the Botcoin symbol so you can change the position easily in the future? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, cool. I will do that. And I'll also go fix this really fast. What happened here? Can't resolve. Oh, right. Looks good. Wait, what happened here? One including something so you don't have to pass an extra div or spanner on it, taking the number maybe? Yeah, but why is this not reversed? Scale x -1. This is forward. It needs to be backward. This is doing nothing. What? What did I mess up here? How could I possibly have broken this? Weird. Oh, that's apparently how you fix this, but then italics look super weird, which is another reason to put this all into one component. But we need display inline block for that. Why don't we need that over here? You like it forward? But forward, it already has a meaning. The meaning is Thai bot. It'd be really confusing if you were playing this game and that was the currency you're used to, because then you're going to get really confused about whether it's Botcoin or bot. I don't understand why this is necessary in some cases, not in others, but I think we always need display inline block for it to work. Yeah. All right, well, we'll fix up both the other things too. So in this particular case, the Botcoin symbol will also take in an amount. And we'll just put that here. This, oh wait, no, oh darn it. This makes this a little bit tougher. because now we only want to reverse that one span. So we return another span that has class name. Actually, this one could just be inline block. Yeah. Use a render prop or children function. Yeah, I was just gonna use a prop. I think it's pretty straightforward. So we'll put this here, class name, Botcoin symbol, and then this dot props dot amount. So you can always control the output like block, inline, extra class, etc. Wait, render prop. Oh, you mean specify like there's a function passed to the child of this? Hey, Puzzle DIY. Wait, Hideo, I'm not totally sure I understand why you're saying to do that. So this would go here, and then there's just a span for the amount. Okay, so let's try that. So it's not Botcoin symbol anymore. It's like Botcoin amount. We'll rename that at the end. Or maybe, I don't know. Okay, so then here we're gonna put this entire thing, amount equals this. Okay, let's take a look at that. So it should look exactly the same as it just did. Yeah, good. Because what if you want an extra class? What if you want 2 extra classes? What if you want an extra class on the symbol only? Using a function as a child gives you that freedom. So you'd basically do it like, where is it? Just wanted to find this simple code. Function as child. Yeah, you do it like this, right? Hey, Fujin. Why would you use a function then and not just children and tell prop types you can only have one child? Yeah, so you do something like this, I guess. Botcoin symbol and then amount. Although the amount wouldn't really be a whole lot, right? Because this seems like overkill. To be honest, I think I'll just do it with a single prop for right now. And if I ever do want different styling, which I don't think I would, because I think that it's kind of like writing $500. The $sign would never be styled differently from the 500. And if it ever is, I could just modify the component at that point. Because this is going to be used in like 4 spots, and I can be done in probably like 5 minutes if I were to do this. I'd return the symbol, the amount, and also the default assemblage. Oh, interesting. I never thought about that. So you're saying instead of what I just showed you, you have Botcoin symbol, Botcoin amount, and also default assemblage. So I could just do something like this, I guess. I mean, I would have needed to, yeah, whatever, anyway, something like that. But, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it might be a little bit overkill for right now. Yeah, without the div, yeah, I just had some extra stuff there. And pass the amount in the wrapper. Oh, yeah, I see. So that you wouldn't need to specify it in either of those components. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion. I don't think I need to do that just yet. So we have this. Then for here we want to use this one. I guess having all of this here, I don't know. I didn't really end up simplifying anything the way I did this because of how I put a mount there. Although this one does need a negative sign in front of it. I have a feeling this is going to look broken anyway. Yeah, it is because of how this scale works. I wonder what we do about that. We need to invert it before it gets italicized. But I don't think that's doable. Like that looks fine. Then we make the whole thing italic and it looks terrible because it go in opposite directions at that point. Maybe instead of inverting it, yeah, I'm not sure. There is one other thing I could consider here, which is just don't allow you to italicize the bot coin symbol. So it would look like that. Font style initial. Yeah, caution. Hey, Junji. Is the game written in JavaScript? Yeah, it is. And no, I'm not using an engine, but I do have a lot more information there. And just in general, the FAQ. Hey, Swatkid. Okay, well, we could just say this, font style initial. But then if you want this bold, that also won't work. I don't know how to override just italics. Oh, font weight is how you do that. Never mind. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Okay, then we can put that there. Font style initial. Since it would scale weirdly. Well, it would, I'll just say this, look weird, inverted. Great, then we can fix the other two places this thing shows up. So one of them, let's see, price tag and then the buy button. So both of those are in the store. I think it's invite them. We just search for $sign here. No, it's not in this. Store invite them? Store inventory? Store item? Ah, store item, got it. Sure you want to sell $sign buy cost. Here it is. If you want the exact terminology people use these days, we're doing function as child and render prop. Oh, interesting. Yeah, thanks, Hideo. And yeah, Chunji, ES Prima I thought was just the craziest thing when I first used it. So render prop, I don't know if I have this anywhere else. These are the same thing with different names / usages. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll paste that in too. So now what we want here is all of these three things to be set correctly. This is already a component, so I guess we would just take this one over to here. And let's get the price tag to look correct. So we render a Botcoin symbol amount equals the subprops.buy cost. And that's that. So now instead of having $50, $50, $50 and all these price tags, it should show up as the Botcoin symbol. Yeah. Okay, then we also want to put this over here too. So buy and sell. This is just buy cost and this is just sell amount. And originally these were supposed to be in divs. So this might make things look weird. Do we own anything that we... No, it doesn't work that way anymore. Well, these look fine as dollar signs. Now how do they look as Botcoin signs? Also fine. Yeah, cool. Where's the price tag? Where is the price tag? Got it. Is this bold? Font weight 700. Yeah, it is bold. Yeah, I don't think I like how that looks. A bold Botcoin symbol. If I say font weight initial, oh, but that probably looks worse, doesn't it? Yeah, the question is which one of those looks better, the left or the right? They're both kind of weird. Maybe the right one looks better, but even then it looks a little bit too thin. One thing I saw recently was spawn a web worker and kill it if it doesn't respond after 2 seconds. I run the user code in a web worker and kill it if it doesn't respond. Wait, what are you referring to, Chunji? For what? Also has a lot more flexibility and gets control of the parent directly and avoid having tons of props like is in line, have the dollar sign. Yeah. Any reason why the symbol's inverted? Because forward, it's already a currency, which is TaiBot. Oh, so web workers would be, yeah. So Chunji, I would need to explain how my whole system is set up for running code right now to say why I don't want to use something like web workers. So in general, there's a lot. For one, the code doesn't run on a browser when you're playing in somebody else. It runs on a server. So at that point, I don't need to use a web worker. And then also I wanted the execution time to be as fast as possible, so I don't pass it off to another process. Yeah, anyway, this is why I don't want to use this existing symbol. I don't know how weird this will look after you've had a chance to be like, yeah, that makes sense to me. Because right now it looks weird to me, definitely. This is not a currency symbol in my mind. And maybe at some point we replace this with a picture or something, I don't know what. But for now, that's what we've got, so I think that's what we'll stick with. At the very least, there won't be a question of, wait a second, this costs $20, because it's not dollars anymore. That's very obvious. And this dialog does say 20 Botcoin, so I think we're fine. I'm probably going to check this in. The only question is, do I like the name of this class? Botcoin symbol. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't know, it's really a Botcoin amount, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't even need to really write anything else here. Hey, Pickle. Yeah, today was a little bit strange. It has a weird vertical line in the middle of it. Call it sellout currency. Sellout coin. A B on a coin may be more visible. Either way, good enough, especially new players. Yeah, new players won't notice a change, and for players who are bothered by it or anything, we can always change it eventually. This is just something to do before beta that's very low cost. Yeah, that's it. We changed it in like 3 places we needed to change it. It's not too bad. Yeah. Hey, Sunamat. And it's going pretty well. How about you? don't think I've seen you in here before, so welcome to the stream. First thing I like to show people is the FAQ. Alright, so add Botcoin symbol. It's a backwards this, which I have no way of easily typing on my keyboard. Yeah, cool. I think that's fine. Rename this. I'll just cancel this. It's fine how it is. Alright, fix percussion in that. I had done that. I added that. I normalized that. So the pre-beta checklist is getting smaller. Let's take a look at what it currently has. I'll copy paste this over to a different thing. That way I can... Oh man. I don't know why this happens. The syntax highlighting on this is just messed up. There we go. Yeah, so let's get rid of all the completed items from here and just see what we have left. This one doesn't really count. Okay, so yeah, what's remaining? Change alpha balance. We still have to do that. Make sure the news items are relevant. That doesn't take very long. Modify Twitch panels, update that stuff. Yeah, this doesn't take very long either. Redirect bot.land to play.bot.land. That's not going to happen. That's actually the next thing we need to work on. I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow. But I did want to wait for the UI to be done. But anyway, bot.land. What is it, Sunwants? Hey, Stream 11. You could avoid the line break between the amount and the Botcoin in the dialog. Yeah, I could. That has to do with both the width of the dialog and also the name of whatever item you're buying. Although I have a feeling, yeah, so this, it doesn't have a line break. And I think for something like this dialog, it would make sense to not have it, because it's weird to have an orphan right there. I don't like text orphans. But yeah, that's not high enough priority to fix. I will write it down under polish though. Consider that for short dialogues, like, are you sure you want to sell this item? Having white space, no wrap, or whatever it is, so that there are no text orphans. I can upload a picture just showing what I'm talking about here. Yeah, so I'll upload this. And I can just put that directly in here. Good. There you go, Deke. Is there any chance you know how to hex edit? Yeah, let's just say no. I've never done it to any like reasonable extent. It was always a very minor change that I had to make for one tiny thing that I knew how to make, and that was it. Using icons like that for currency, 0 chance of confusion. It's just Unicode. What is that symbol? Oh, DVD. It's a golden DVD though. Hey, Speedrun, new to JS, trying to make you be able to shoot a bullet by pressing space in my game. Do you know any good way to do this? Speedrun, that's the kind of thing I would definitely look up online. If you're like JavaScript, I don't know, keyboard input, handle keyboard input, you'll probably find a bunch of resources. Yeah, like the first Stack Overflow thing is pretty good. So look into something like this and try to see how other people do it too. Hey, Dave. What do I think about VS Code? I think it's fine. I haven't used it since day one though. Alright, yeah, sorry I can't be more help soon, Amat. Okay, jerks. So yeah, work on bot.land. That's still one of the things I need to do. Okay, use real email addresses. I wrote 1 day for this. I've spent most of that 1 day already doing it. I just need to finish the last part of this. Yeah. Okay, I gotta break out of the sandbox. I gotta probably do that tonight. Okay, write in OneNote about all of this. Yeah, I already did that pretty much. Then test the flows. Yeah, that's got to happen too. Soft launch the beta. That's going to happen probably either this Sunday or this Monday. I don't want there to be too much time where the game is just like a dead game. So that soft launch is going to happen just so that we can test and make sure everything's going to work the next day. Wow. I don't care about auto completion, etc. Right? No, not really. I mean, it's nice to have, definitely, but I don't think it's worth changing editors for. Use PHP to handle accounts? No, everything is written in Node.js on the back end, so it's JavaScript on the front end and the back end. Fix the no WebGL issue. I still don't know where I stand on that, whether I can get this to work or not. But that make a new what is Botland video, that's done. And by the way, that video is here. For anyone who's new to the stream, if you don't mind checking out that video and telling me what you think, I just made that yesterday. It's version 3 of videos that used to exist, but I wonder if that gives you pretty good insight into what I'm making here. It should. I mean, that's the whole point of the video. So consider making a broad tutorial for Botland that covers different topics and has time-stamped links in the description. What did I mean by time-stamped links? Oh, I know what I was talking about. Consider making a single broad tutorial video for Botland that covers different topics and has time-stamped links. I don't think I'm going to do this. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do this. Well, I guess technically I did it. I considered it. But I'm not going to do the rest of the task. So let's cancel this. I don't think this is worthwhile to do until I know where people are confused. Yeah, just keep in mind, speedrun, you can make a Botland account, you can play, but in about 5 or 6 days, something like that, I'm going to wipe out the entire database. So whatever you do in the game right now will be deleted in less than 8 days, for sure. 100 emails a day on that free tier. So make sure buttons have hover effects. I think I should still do that. Put up full API documentation. I'm still debating on this. The API docs that we have, I think are good enough for right now. They're probably not great. There's some to-do items that need to be put there. Yeah, the hover effects, I still think that's worth it. Bug fixes, especially anti-aliasing. I don't know if anti-aliasing is going to get done at all by beta. I'd like for it to. I'll write myself a note. Contact HackerHam again on anti-aliasing. Reserve names like these. Fix some block coordinates like the drill head. Keyboard navigation. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of things that I still will need to do. I think we've gotten a lot of the biggest ones done. We still need that beta banner, definitely. Actually, I can talk to Jason quickly about that too. Work on, so that one's done. Beta banner, cherry pick some items. Adding correct scrolls by icons. Oh man, okay, yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. We have 8 days between now and beta. We have a couple of things that definitely need to be done. Everything else could kind of just be gravy, and we have a lot of days to do it too. You can also reuse the doc I made that you can host on GitHub for free. Oh yeah, that's true. And I don't know where I saved that. Probably be hard to find it from here, but I know I saved it somewhere. If you have a link to it, actually, Hideo, I could just add that here. I should have started searching from the end of this. Yeah, if you've got that link again, Hideo, I could use that. Hey, Trons. Welcome to the stream. We update the help link and info on every block and block building. Oh yeah, I forgot all about those, that they even existed. I'm surprised you found that. So what you're talking about is this links to like example.com, doesn't it? Oh, whoa, no. They actually, wow, they have a wiki for this stuff. Yeah, but my blocks don't, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they link to example.com. Yeah, good call, Trons. I don't know about doing that before beta, but that's definitely a bug. Blockly blocks all need valid help links. I probably should only specify, so my blocks are what is broken, since they all link to example.com. Make sure this isn't the case in the future. I should only specify the link in one spot. Yeah, I knew this was an issue, and then I just let it fall off my radar, but this exists in a million spots in the code. 93 matches. And I imagine that number 93 is equal to the number of blocks that I made. So like here are 6 of them, here's another like 10 or so, another 10 or so, however many here. So yeah, it's probably just all those. Okay, got it. Yeah, I probably have this saved somewhere. And it's probably in my OneNote. Thought about talking to Pixie.js. They may set Botland on their made with Pixie.js list. Oh, you're asking if I've thought about it. No, I actually haven't. I probably should. Let me write this here for API documentation. Thanks for linking that in again. Yeah, so Hideo had made this. This is actually really good. You can click between these. Every page loads super fast. There's search, so if you just want to search for like artillery, then there you go, and you're already there. Like, this is pretty nice. Yeah, that's an interesting marketing thing to consider, Day. Hey, Feltron. All right. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think we're in good shape. And I think just if we look through the game, sure, there's a lot that still needs to be done in general, but I think it's going pretty well. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow for another 8 hours, and we're going to continue to just work through anything that we find that we can provide value to the game. Yeah. And tonight, off stream, I'm going to try to work on the rest of that email stuff. But in general, feeling good. Beta's in 8 days. Is there a way to set shared variables? There is, yes. And working late? No, I don't. I'm going to be heading off pretty soon. You need to go into variables and call it shared A or something like that, and then you can set it to whatever you need. All this is doing in JavaScript is just shared A equals blank. So that's all you need to do. So yeah, you can set this to something. Typically, if you're going to use shared variables, I figured you probably don't want to do this from Blockly, because the way that you typically want to do it is you want to say like init equals function, if not exists shared A, then shared A equals 0, and then you do something in here like my behavior equals shared A, and then shared A plus plus, and then you can do a whole bunch of stuff with that variable. But this is all kind of annoying to do in Blockly. So thank you guys for watching. I know today was a weird schedule. I am gonna find someone to host. Let's host Sam Peterson. He's dropped in here a couple times. I haven't been able to watch his stream yet. So yeah, I'll be online tomorrow, another 8 hours. We will work toward beta. Probably, maybe work on the website, maybe fix some bugs, maybe just look through some to-do items that I can tackle them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.